You should smile more. That's advice we've all heard at least once in our lives, and perhaps the advice giver is onto something. I will be discussing optimism. I am working on having a more optimistic outlook. Today, I will share what I have learned about optimism. First, I will define optimism and briefly go over cognitive psychologist Martin Seligman's viewpoints on the optimist. Second, I will discuss the three types of optimism and also the importance of a coexisting mindset between optimism and pessimism. And finally, I will share ways to foster more optimistic thinking. The definition of optimism is pretty basic. The American Psychological Association defines it rather succinctly. It is a noun. It is hopefulness, the attitude that good things will happen and people's wishes will ultimately be fulfilled. Optimists anticipate positive outcomes, whether this is through coincidence or perseverance and effort. The optimist is always confident in achieving their goal. Martin Seligman, a cognitive psychologist and the founder of positive psychology, says optimism can be learned, and it comes down to the focus of a person and their explanatory style. In other words, an optimist sees problems as temporary. I didn't make such a good dinner tonight, but tomorrow night I'll make a really good dinner. Additionally, the optimist does not generalize. When the optimist is driving, everyone on the road is not a horrible driver. The guy in front of me is a horrible driver. And the optimist externalizes when there is a problem rather than internalize and blame themselves. Additionally, Seligman says, if it can be learned, it can be taught. The primary path to practicing optimism is to challenge the automatic negative thoughts that happen on a daily basis. Now that I have defined and briefly shared some of Martin Seligman's thoughts, I will describe the three types of optimism and also the importance of a coexisting mindset between optimism and pessimism. The three basic types of optimism are big optimism, which is a broad generalization that it's a great time to be alive and everything is great. There's little optimism, which is optimism for the day-to-day things, whether it is passing a test or catching your bus. Very small optimism is a less positive yet still comforting belief that I will make it through the day, I will make it through the year. Whether it is an optimistic or a pessimistic outlook, the chosen outlook decides what in the environment gets attention. Optimism is the general belief that good things will happen, whereas pessimism is the general belief that bad things will happen. According to David Heck's writing, The Neural Basis of Optimism and Pessimism, our survival and wellness require a balance between optimism and pessimism. All optimism all the time can lead to risky and dangerous behaviors, whereas all pessimism all the time can lead to a miserable life. I have explained the types of optimism and the importance of a healthy balance between optimism and pessimism. Now I will describe ways to foster more optimistic thinking. According to verywellmind.com, being more mindful is a good place to start. Mindfulness is the ability to be fully present and cognizant of the here and now. When living fully present and in the moment, it is important for feelings and thoughts to be appreciative and not worried and anxious of what is to come. Practice carrying a grateful heart and mind. Gratitude is the ability to be appreciative, whether it is something small like that first cup of coffee in the morning or something huge like a job promotion. Find gratitude in every day. While in search of gratitude, it can be very helpful to journal and write things down. I keep a gratitude journal. I write in it every day, reframing a mindset to find gratitude in the simplest of things. And writing can go a very long way with that. Today, I shared with you what I have learned about optimism. First, I just defined and briefly shared some of cognitive psychologist Martin Seligman's viewpoints on the optimist. Second, I shared the types of optimism and the importance of a coexisting relationship in the mind between optimism and pessimism. And finally, I shared ways to foster that optimistic outlook. While it's not an easy task, a crucial first step is to reframe those automatic negative thoughts. And additionally, developing the ability to find gratitude in something every day is also a crucial step. It is very beneficial. So when in doubt, smile it out.